Oh, we're live.
Hey, house
Oh,
guests.
hi.
Nice hair.
I just got out of the shower, literally. Like
now you know
2
what my
minutes
life
ago.
is like every day. Wet hair, don't care. So, welcome. Welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 11 Digital Daily Update. Woo!
Oh, hi.
Our house guests of the day are Devin, Tyson, and Janine.
Wow.
Thank you both so much for the support. We
That's
cannot do this
awesome.
without you. We appreciate it so much.
We really do.
Yeah. And if you guys are watching this and you want to be house guests of the day, still a few weeks left in the season.
You know where? Right down there.
Check out our Patreon link in the info box below.
There's other stuff down there you can check out too.
Like my Etsy store.
Yeah. Or a cookbook.
Yeah. yeah. So when we left off yesterday, Renee had put Ty and Anika up on the block.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Ty was her target. But of course,
Ty won the veto. Just the veto.
Uh-oh. Like, now what? Ugh. So it was looking an awful lot like Koozie would be going up as the replacement nominee, which is like a bitter enough pill to swallow. But we also learned yesterday that Koozie only lost the power of veto by seconds. And she went for a temptation during the competition.
That was a 99 Canadian dollar thousand mistake.
That was a mess. Yeah, she went for $1,000.
1,000 Canadian dollar mess.
She went for $1,000. And
was it worth it, Coos?
That added time to her total in the competition, and unfortunately, she lost the power of veto.
Yes.
So not only could Koozie have been staying this week if she had won the veto, but Ty would have been going. But no, it's a mess. So yeah, it was.
What a disaster!
That sucks. So let's talk about today's Digital Daily.
Okay.
Covering yesterday, day 52 in the house.
Is it possible? Think about this for a second.
Are you jumping ahead?
No.
Okay.
That she might have thrown.
I don't think so.
The POV.
I don't see anybody throwing competitions at this point.
She didn't want to hold the POV and tell Ty, I'm not using it on you, jury management.
I don't think she threw it because I think we would have heard that by now. I mean, it's possible.
I mean, maybe she just didn't admit it because it was stupid as hell.
It's possible, but like, yikes. Would she really have thought that she was that safe with Renee? I don't see.
Renee was like,
I don't think she was throwing it. I think she just thought she was that far ahead that she could go for the money.
That cat knocked over my plant. Go ahead.
That was it.
All right.
So the Digital Daily picked up after the POV ceremony was already over, and Koozie was alone in bed. Everybody else was like hanging out, laughing it up.
So freaking loud.
Yeah.
A little respect.
Anika goes in to talk to Koozie, let her know there's some food waiting for her. And Koozie's just like, ugh, I don't even want to be around everyone right now.
I don't want to go downstairs.
Seems an awful lot like Koozie's up on the block next to Anika.
So Anika said, you can't hide out here all the time.
Yeah. Koozie's like,
I'm not hiding.
You're right. So Koozie's like, I got to force myself to hang out with everybody. So there was like a lot of BS in this Digital Daily. There was a lot of talk from the other house guests, like, "Oh, what's your 5-year plan? What are your goals for 5 years?"
They got some pretty lofty 5-year-old plans.
Everybody's apparently going to be buying up all these investment properties
and have kids and a rock on their finger. And what else were they saying?
Lots of traveling, which is great. Like, I hope they get all of that.
Asia and Shania.
It's a lot of stuff.
How are you gonna do that?
I don't know, but I hope that, I wish the best for all of them.
Absolutely.
So, we'll see.
Love and light.
Yeah. So then we get Koozie and Daniel chatting over some pool. There was a lot of pool playing in today's daily as well.
A lot of bad pool playing. Yeah. One game was okay. The first game they played, and it just went downhill from there.
It sure did. So Koozie is telling Daniel, I don't mean to be a sourpuss, but like I do, because I don't want to be around anybody else right now. And she's kind of like still playing in a weird way, not necessarily to stay. I think she's pretty accepting that she's leaving on Thursday.
Would you say she's being petty?
Yes. I don't know if she's going to attempt to campaign at all to stay. I don't know if she's just like, you know what, it's over. Like that's it.
Yeah, I don't think there's there's like 0% chance of her staying.
Yeah, but she's like,
unless somebody gets poked in the eye with like a pool cue or something, and like they gotta do a non-elimination week or something. It's
I don't
like,
know.
oh, you can stay.
But Koozie told Daniel, like, I know I'm going, but she says, I want people to fight and beg for my jury vote. So she wants to continue playing it up like she's so mad that she's leaving, and she's like, it's not hard to do because I am. So yeah,
you know what,
Daniel,
I wouldn't say a word to her.
Daniel says he understands why she's upset, of course, but Koozie says, even though I know I'm going, I'm gonna keep playing until I leave. They're gonna need my jury vote, so they're gonna have to come talk to me. I feel like Daniel's really kissing ass because I think he smells those Wendy's points and he wants them.
Daniel is always kissing ass.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Well, there was also a moment where Koozie was like, am I being too mean to the girly pops? Like with this petty thing? Are people going to hate this? Like, are they going to turn on me? I think it's like not great. I don't think it's a good idea. It's not a good.
It's poor sportsmanship is what it is.
Yeah, I kind of wish she was not doing this. But Daniel was like, no, it's fine. So then Koozie asks, what is one thing that I could do if you were watching at home that would make you proud?
Of her?
Yeah.
To go out with class.
Well, Daniel's like, well, I would like to see her fight to stay. I want to see some campaigning.
I don't think she's got a shot in hell.
It would still be worth it to try. You never know. I think it'd be worth it to try. But Daniel says, oh, you've already made me so proud. Well, Koozie is nervous, especially that she's going to be like a laughingstock when she leaves. People are going to call her greedy or money hungry for going for that $1,000 in the competition. She's like, I think I made a $99,000 mistake.
She absolutely did.
I mean, she was like the fave to win. And
yeah, like overwhelmingly.
Like it seems like she could have won that veto if she had not.
And she even knew how in trouble she was this week, because before there was even nom, she went into Renee and was like, I'm begging for mercy. Mm-hmm. You knew you were in trouble.
Yeah.
And you still flopped around like a fish on the dock, SpongeBob.
Mm-hmm. So she's like, I should have just ignored the temptation. And Daniel's reassuring her, like, no, you're going to be loved by the fans. Like, you never would have won that fan vote if people didn't like you. Don't beat yourself up.
Yes, but you're only as good as your last fan vote.
I mean, I think this is definitely going to be disappointing to a lot of people. I know I'm sad that this happened. I feel really bad for her because it is a bummer, but it was not a great idea to go for that money when she knows that she was going to be potentially in trouble here. So yeah, Daniel is also saying like, oh, I'm annoyed at Renee because I was begging her to keep me off the block, and she knew what she wanted to do all along. Like she knew that she was going to be putting up Koozie as the replacement nominee, but she acted like she didn't know what she was going to do to get a deal out of me. So Koozie's like, well, you shouldn't honor that deal. And Daniel says he is going to hold it up partially, probably. If he wins HOH, he would put up Claudia and Shania. And
He's just looking for an excuse. He never had any intentions of honoring that deal, I feel like.
I don't know. But if necessary, Renee would go up as the replacement nominee. But that's like making me think, so you're going to leave Ty in here still? You're still leaving Ty in this game. When do you plan on taking him out?
He absolutely is.
Yeah, we're going to get there in a sec. But then Daniel's asking Koozie, if the girly pops were to win HOH again, who would they target next? And
Ty.
Koozie thinks they're still going to target Ty because they know that they can't beat him in the final two.
And if they can't get Ty, your ass is going.
Well, Daniel thinks that he would be the target in front of Ty because he's like, what if those girls are using Ty the way that we are? They're not, though. I think they would still target Ty.
Yeah.
So Daniel's like, all right, well,
they're not being stupid. They're trying to get rid of the threat.
So Daniel's like, yeah, you're right. Like, those girls can't beat Ty in the end. But, like, do you think that I could beat Ty in the final two? And Koozie says, yeah, you would beat him.
No.
She says, you have people on your side. You played a better social game. I mean, I haven't, like, broken down all the numbers yet with, like, the crown, voting, everybody. So, like, maybe he would have the votes to beat Ty since Ty's social game was atrocious. But, like,
I don't think so because
I don't know.
takes precedent over social.
I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't. If you've got a really bitter jury, it does not. If you've got a big alliance all in the jury, it doesn't, you know? So who knows how it would go, but like, oh my God, is he seriously thinking about going to the final 2 with Ty?
I really hope not.
Well, Daniel tells Koozie, I think Ty is probably my best bet to get to the end. Oh my God. So Koozie asks, all right, well, if it came down to it and it was your decision, who would you take to the final 2 between Ty and Anika? And Daniel seems to be leaning towards taking Ty. Oh my God. He's basically saying, like, Anika and I have made all of our moves together. So if I'm in the final 2 with her, I'm not going to be able to take credit for a lot of stuff. What he's saying is, if I'm against Ty, I can take credit for all this other stuff that you guys did. And I was like riding coattails.
No. He's not going to survive the crash.
I don't know. But
not with Ty.
He seems to think he's got a chance against Ty. And he's saying, like, it depends on how the rest of the season goes, of course. He feels like if he wins at least one more or, like, 2 competitions, he can beat Ty.
It's funny how unself-aware these people are when they don't see the whole picture.
Well, what was really getting me was when Daniel was saying, like, also, I feel like Ty would deserve second place way more than Anika would. And, like, I want to go to the end with the people who deserve to be there.
Wow. Say
what
that
about
to
you? Also, what about you?
Yeah.
Oh. But anyway,
I mean, what did he win?
Just a secret POV, right? It's not all about winning competitions, but I feel like he wasn't really, like, calling all the shots with the strategy either.
He was just an ass in the seat. Right?
I mean, do I think he had a good social game? Yeah, I think he's friendly with everyone. But, like, what? So anyway.
Yeah.
It's just not a very flashy game. It's not very exciting to watch. But Koozie is saying, while I do think that you could beat Ty, I think you would have a much easier chance of beating Anika. Like, it would be a slam dunk against Anika, apparently.
Yeah.
But Ty, she thinks that he can still beat Ty. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. All right.
I don't know, because Anika did nothing except cook badly. And he won one thing.
Yeah.
So, like,
not a lot going on there.
It's pretty evenly matched as far as I'm concerned. It's any way the wind blows that day.
Yeah. Well, other than that, there wasn't too much going on. We had Renee, Claudia, and Shania chatting in the living room at one point, and they are not happy with the way that Koozie is acting right now. Renee,
she's so petty.
Yeah, she says Koozie is being petty, of course, but, like, she also feels like Koozie's being kind of mean. I don't know what exactly went down, but it sounds like there was some sort of incident. I don't know.
I mean, I think when Koozie left the HOH room after talking to Claudia and called her a rubbish person, was that mean and harsh and nasty? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Renee's asking, how many times have I been on the block? And, like, I didn't act like that. Yeah. It's true. Like, Koozie is kind of being a baby here. It's kind of being a baby.
She's being a poor sport.
Renee is...
You got. It's 100% her own fault.
I mean, she did kind of do this to herself this week.
100p.
Which is unfortunate, because, like, Koozie was my #1 person that I was rooting for to win this whole thing.
After the show started. Because we were
I know.
I'm saying, like, picked Daniel before.
Yeah.
I mean, in full disclosure.
Right. I'm saying, like, as it's gone on.
Right.
At this point. So Renee is also pissed at Daniel. Daniel, she feels like she stuck out her neck to save him this week. She could have put him up instead of Koozie.
Yeah.
And now that he is not up on the block, he's, like, all over Koozie and, like, condoning her behavior.
Because he's a mean girl.
So, yeah.
Right? Don't you get the feeling that Daniel's a mean girl?
Kind of, yeah.
So,
yeah, that was it for today. We've got 2 days left until the double eviction. Not looking good for Koozie at this point, but I want to know, who do you guys think is going to follow her to the jury house?
I'm going to say Daniel.
You think?
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like it could be one of the girly pops.
I don't think so. But
who do you think is going to win HOH?
One of the other girls.
I don't know. I think Ty might win. I'm just getting this vibe. I don't know.
Depends on what the competition is.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Usually it's a crapshoot. So, or if it's a question, they have the booths and it's questions. he's never really done well in that.
That's true. I mean, it is going to be quick comps. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the most at risk going into the double, we've got Claudia, Ty, and Daniel, I think, are the top 3 most at risk.
Yes, absolutely. But I could see one of the girls, if it's a question booth thing, true, false, whatever, pick ABC. I think the girls are heavily weighted to win. But if it's a physical comp, obviously it's probably going to be Ty.
Yeah. I feel like the HOH will be questions. If the veto is like some quick physical thing,
he might win.
He's probably going to save himself if he's at risk. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, I feel like he's got that vibe of like, okay, Ty's going to win the double eviction veto.
I do think that that's probably good odds.
So we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I would love to see Koozie try to campaign to stay, but I just don't know if she's even going to bother, which is upsetting and unfortunate. But
I think she's angry and she's not thinking clearly.
Yeah, you got to let the dust settle first. I mean, she had just gone up that afternoon, so maybe she'll change her tune a little bit. I don't know, but
I mean, it's still another 2 days in the house, so
yeah, we'll see. But thank you all so much for being here. We'll be back tonight to talk about the episode.
Oh, it's an early night tonight. I should be awake.
Yes. So thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you later. And until then, much love. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.